beautiful jazz lovers, and everyone. You are watching WJZZ, the coolest station in the world, with yours truly, Sky Covington, on the Preservation of Jazz Hour. I am so excited about this particular month because it is, yay, Black History Month. Power to the people. All right. So we're going to keep it moving and grooving with a lot of love. All right, so I'll just show you a simple little trick here. I got to tighten my crowns so it don't fall off. Everything is falling off right now. All right, we're going to get it together. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're listening to Gerard Gills, Perry Hughes, and Gene Dunlap. We're going to have the amazing Gerard Gills on in a little bit. I want to give him a call. And yeah. So let's see. Let's get started. Finish listening to this amazing tune. Sound like Misty. Alright. Is that good? Alright. Hello, beautiful Debbie. Hello, Detroit. Hello, Metro Detroit. Hello, all of the world watching and tuning in tonight on WJZZ Cool TV. The Preservation Hour is at your service. So I got to get all my goodies together. Yeah. That's Perry Hughes on guitar, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be joining us. Good evening, Jennifer. Good evening, Debbie. I have so much love that I want to give. All right. So you can go to we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Okay? So we're here every Wednesday night for your jazz loving pleasure. I'm super excited. I get to be like my big sister. My big sisters in the podcasting and the live streaming and the radio and all of those wonderful things. I always wanted to do it, so it's a great time right now. Absolutely great time. So nice. Hello, beautiful Jimbo. Hello. Again, you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. I'm your hostess every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock for your jazz listening and interests, pleasures, all through your spirit. We want to enlighten, inspire, edify, and just entertain. Go to either Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope and subscribe and like, and then Um, you can go to the station and see the show. Because sometimes I don't do my live stream because I am still a jazz musician, and sometimes I'm just, running around. This is still a stage. This is my jazz, my comfy jazz stage. So right now we're listening to Gerard Gibbs, Perry Hughes, and Gene Dunlap. And Gene Dunlap has a new CD out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, that was beautiful. Want to play some more music later. So let's get into some commentary and some dialogue and all that good stuff. So it's Black History Month. So, Black History Month. Hmm. It's I don't know, Black History Month. It's beautiful, but it's so much history, and a lot of the history started um, through the color black. So it's too. It's nice to have a Black History Month. Um, so that's nice. That's a wonderful thing to have Black History Month. But and all of us know that history is a thing that you just can't do in a month. You can't squeeze all of the amazing music inventions and um, patents and recordings. And I said recordings already, and children and autobiographies and um, engineering, all the things that we have brought to this culture. You can't just all fit it in a month, but we're gonna sure try this month. So let's get started. So jazz is a what I call a celebrated music, but it started from a culture. Okay, yeah, okay. Jazz is a music that started from a culture. So we are how do I say this? So we are jazz. We are the history of jazz. We are our pain, our togetherness, our struggle, our turbulence, our compassion, our spirit, our soul, our everything starts and have started through jazz. Jazz has birthed great music, rockabilly, country, blues. Jazz is, in my personal opinion, jazz is the mama hen of all of the music alive. Even the symphony music, the elements of scores and charts and all of the countless um, intricate notes that have made our hearts and our souls pump with love and hate and wishing and dreams and births and all that comes from jazz. So, ode to jazz, the preservation of jazz. We aim to keep this beautiful music, this classic, sophisticated, um, my goodness, this amazing music. We are determined to keep this music um, in your memory, in your hearts, in your souls. I remember uh, every Sunday coming to my grandmother's house for Sunday church at Westside Unity Church. My grandmother lived on North Martindale between Grand River and Joy Road, and she suffered from diabetes for years. That's pretty much how she got her pass to go home. Um, she was a grandmother that was full of tradition and full of consistency and persistence. She had the same number for 70 years. But she had this transistor radio in the bathroom, and every time we would come in, we would have to wash our hands before we go in the refrigerator or the cookie jar, and we would run upstairs. And my grandma had this big house. It had 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It had 3 rooms and a sunroom, which my grandmother's room was the sewing room. That's where she sewed, and that's where she did her ironing. She did her ironing on Saturday night, which some people have their Sundays on Saturday. My grandmother had her Sundays on her worship on Sunday, because she worked all week. So, but this transistor radio would you turn a light on, and it was connected. And it was this leather transistor radio with the buckles, and it had paint on it, and it was. But when they turned the light on, it would come on, and you would hear Dinah Washington, Billie Holiday, you would hear Lionel Richie, you would hear a plethora of all type of music, all type on one station. Okay, and that station was WJZZ, by the way. so, to be a part of the WJZZ family is a high honor for me. So we have a lot of love to give. This station is doing great, wonderful, amazing things for the community. Lots of nonprofits going around. A lot of we just had an incredible event with John Sinclair and Maruga Booker and Lenny Sinclair. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. I was honored to be the mistress of ceremony, along with my beautiful WJZZ Jazz Radio family. It was amazing. It was short and sweet, and just to as it relates, all this as it like, okay, Sky, what does it relate to? All this relates to the greatness and the remembering and the project that we have to keep jazz music, jazz radio in a continuance. When everything else has been challenged and removed, that ode to jazz music. So I do have some notes that I would like to share. So we're on Black History Month. So that's my Black History story as it relates to coming up in Detroit, listening to WJZZ, going to church and listening to all of this great music. And one of the great musics that, one of the great artists that inspired me was the Billie Holiday music. I have it here, Ladies Sing the Blues. This was the first book that I read. And for many years, I just looked at the pictures. Of course, you have so many beautiful pictures here. So many. Count Basie, Chelsea in London, in the Chelsea in London, with Illinois Jaquette. Is that the name? Oh, the Illinois Jaquette. Ella Fitzgerald in New York, mid to late 1950s. There's a movie coming out United States versus Billie Holiday, Lee Daniels. I think, well, I know, he wrote it. It's amazing. It's what's her name? Oh, I have to do my homework. My apologies. But this Lady Sing the Blues, I know Lady Sing the Blues 1973. Lady Sing the Blues uh, uh, hit the big screen. And I think I was two, three, I was two. And I didn't get to see the movie until I was about 7 or 8. And it changed my whole life. It changed my whole opinion of what life was. Really, it changed my whole entire life. Um, so that was a music that it haunted me. That I was stone faced. I was shamed at the words. I was confused. I was in love. I was in awe. It was a mystery. It was everything to me, the Lady Sing the Blues um, autobiography and biopic of Billie Holiday. Unfortunately, it didn't get a lot of praise from our community. Um, but now it's one of the go-to jazz movies. If you're ever having one of those jazz nights, though, good wine, great cheese, and nice guacamole, all of that stuff, then that's one of the movies that you would pop in. Also, of course, like The Bird with Charlie Parker. That was a great movie. Um, let's see who else. Who else did a great movie of jazz? Oh, the Thelonious Monk. Netflix did a great movie, a great documentary on Monk. Coltrane, another great documentary. You both can find those um, on Netflix. Let's see, Cole Porter. Um, that was a great movie. I think it was called. What was the movie called? Oh shoot! Forgot the dang old name. I gotta do my homework. So let me look this stuff up, because let me tell you, it's some great jazz movies out as it relates to Black history. So we should get some of those movies and watch them, and instead of watching Roots, because Roots, that's a small part of our history as it relates to Black history. And I promise I'm not going to keep saying as it relates, but as it relates to Black history, Roots is a small portion of, and Queen is a small portion of our history. So also, there's Beethoven. Many will question, was Beethoven a black man or mulatto man, or a black man, white man, mulatto, or black, white, or a mulatto man? I don't know. I don't know. But Black History Month, it's a do some digging, find out. I mean, we have and for jazz, we have some of the greatest musicians in the world, and in history. So the color, it doesn't matter what color a musician is, but it's Black History Month. So that's why I do want to feature some of the best in black musicians, or brown musicians. All right. So I just want to say again, you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Let me tell you, you are here with me at the Preservation of Jazz Hour. I'm here every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. to have some discussion, listen to some music, have some special guests. Tonight, we have on our calendar one of my favorite gifted Kingsmen, the organist extraordinaire, Gerard Gibbs. Uh huh. Yes, yes, we do. Hello, and we are on. I'm on Facebook Live with my friends. So yeah, and and please, if you feel inspired, remember you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. So you do have your choice to go hang out with us, like, subscribe, share, and comment. We want so much to get the numbers up for our WJZZ Cool TV page. You know what that is. You know how that works. We need 5,000. Absolutely 5,000 likes and 5,000. So 5,000 subscriptions on YouTube. So, if you feel inspired, let's do that. Our friend, let's see here. Our friend Alfred Jones created a page on Facebook for podcasts and live streaming. That's so cool. That was such a great idea. Thank you. I wanted to thank you personally for that. It's such a great idea because this is going to be the new norm. A lot of different shows. You've seen these things in movies like like a lot of different movies, space age movies that we were going to be just consumed with. Terminator, that's what we were just going to be consumed and indoctrinated with all of these different live streams. For example, China is years, maybe a few years, maybe like 10 years ahead of us, and a lot of that's the new wave in Japan and in China, that a lot of live streams. That's the way people are getting their stuff out. So we're going to do the best we can here at WJZZ Cool TV to entertain you and keep you very entertained. It's 6:22. Let's see. Let's ask them some questions here. Now, if you feel inspired, you can call in. 313-355-6018. You can call in. I have a question, and you can call in and answer it. Let's see how good you are in the jazz jargons in the jazz world. Okay, let's see. In what city did jazz first become popular? New York, Chicago, Miami, New Orleans, Seattle. Call in, let me know. And you call in, let me know, and I will give you a free download of my new album coming out this Friday. Will be coming out on Bandcamp Fridays. And I do have a alias, Nikki O. And she's, well, I'm not going to say she is me, but we have something coming out very special for you. So, yeah, want to answer that question? That's super, 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 super good. All right, so we have that question. We have that going on. All right, so I'm going to keep going. So again, good evening, jazz lovers. Welcome to the Preservation Jazz Hour on WJZZ. You can find us on YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, and Facebook. We love to hear from you. Call in and join the conversation at 313-6016. So let's continue to walk back in time to relieve our current situation and look into the now and the future and the past of jazz. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. So we're gonna go and talk about some of the guys that we had discussed prior, like Thomas Blind, Tom Wiggins. This gentleman was a classical composer, speaking of composers. And so I think it would probably be very nice to hear some of his music. Yes. All right. Yes, Thomas Blind, Tom Wiggins. Let's see here. Let's pull some of his music up. An amazing composer. All right. Here we go. Battle of Manassas, 1861. Battle of Manassas, 1861. Here we go.
Good grammar and spelling are important.
It's beautiful. You never know who wrote this stuff. Thomas Blind Tom Wiggins. The Battle of Manassas, 1861, was written by a black man. I never knew that. There you have it. Oh, absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. Thomas Blind. Thomas Blind, Tom Wiggins, May 25th, 1849 till June 14th, 1908, was the American musical prodigy on the piano. He had numerous original compositions published and had a lengthy and largely successful performing career throughout the United States. Oh my goodness, he was also an author. This is one for the history books. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Okay, remember that Tom Wilkins. Blind Tom Wiggins, excuse me. All right. That was something that we didn't know. Let's take a look further. Let's see. Ladies Sing the Blues. Let's go there. Ladies Sing the Blues was one of our movies. Oh no, and please excuse me, it was 1972 that it was that it premiered. One of the best movies in life, Ladies Sing the Blues. A little inaccurate in a lot of different ways, but it was just a great movie. Ladies Sing the Blues is a 1972 American biographic. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. You're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. We will have a special guest shortly. I'm going to call in about 3 more minutes, but I want to get back into this Ladies Sing the Blues. Okay, directed by Sidney J. Funet, about a jazz singer, Billie Holiday, loosely based on her 1956 autobiography, which in turn took its title from Holiday's song. It was produced by Motown Production for Paramount Pictures. Diana Ross portrayed Holiday alongside the cast, including Billy D. Williams, Richard Pryor, James T. Callahan, and Scatman Crothers. The film was nominated for the Academy Award in 1973, and including Diana Ross for Best Actress in a Leading Role. All right. Bravo, bravo, bravo. So, yeah, this is a good read. One of my favorite. Let me see here. It was a good read. Let me see if I can find something real good to read here. Okay, let's see. I have so many wonderful parts in this book. Okay, I'm just going to read this. Oh my goodness. You can tell when I do not have my reading glasses. So I'm not even going to attempt to read these small words, but this is a good read. I'm not even going to try to do that. So we have the Ladies Sing the Blues Academy Awards in 1973. Also, Lady Sing the Blues, that jazz album. I don't worship anything human, wood, stone. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. Although I worshiped that CD. I prayed to that CD. I wanted to dive in that music, and I wanted to just. I'm already melanated, but I wanted to melanate myself in how Diana Ross sung those songs, and unbeknownst to a lot of people, that was her best music. So I have to play Diana Ross singing "The Man I Love." I have to. I absolutely have to. Yes, I have to. Yes. Let's see here. That Lady Sing the Blues, the Lady Sing the Blues jazz CD featuring Diana Ross. That's something you should have in your archives. That's something that if the world fails, that's something you should have on your playlist as a jazz lover. Now, that and yes, the Lady Sing the Blues soundtrack. So yeah, you should definitely have that in your. So I want to play. Let's see here. One of my favorites. One of my favorites would be. Oh, I have to do this one. This is not one of my favorites, but everybody loves this tune.
If you weren't staying at a Virgo,
Okay. Let me know if you can hear it. Okay, this particular scene, she was not in a mood for singing. She was kind of jonesing for some jonesing, and it was her beautiful party. I think she had did something great, and she was sick, and she needed something. And the way she portrayed this is absolutely amazing. And I'm actually watching the YouTube. You can see that Diana Ross sings "Good Morning Heartache" on Lady Sing the Blues. Check that out. It's a great performance. I have to turn it up a little bit though. Okay. All right. All right, so check that out, okay? That's going to be beautiful. Hello, Lisa. Hello, everyone. Hello, Erica. Hello, Dominique. Hello. Hello, hello, New Orleans. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be here every Wednesday for your pleasure. And remember, go to WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. I know. It's one of yes, it is. It's definitely have stood this test of time. So I think that I should make a call because I have Billie Holiday, "Good Morning Heartache." Okay. Got those Monday blues, straight through Sunday blues. Good morning, heartache. Here we go again. Good morning, heartache. You're the one that knew me when. Oh, you got to see this performance. It's so beautiful. Okay, all right, enough of that. Let me make this phone call to one of the most amazing organists in the world. I know, and when we say in the world, we really do mean in the world. Detroit, as we speak about Black History Month, some of the most talented, gifted, humble, and misunderstood people are here in Detroit. I've never imagined loving Detroit in such a way that I love my city. Hey Tony, you know what I mean. We love Tawana. You know we love our city. You know that there's no place like home. There's no place like the soul of Detroit. Of course, a lot of it comes from by way of in the South. But man, when we migrated here, we figured something out, and something was triggered in us, and then there was jazz. So I'm blown away every time. I'm absolutely okay. All right. So this is a little unorthodox. But I have to do it. All right, so we're going to make one call. And all right.
Hey, what's going on, Queen?
Hey, I'm on air right now. But I just wanted to ask you, what is your favorite jazz artist as it relates to Black history?
Oh, my favorite jazz artist?
Yes.
Sky Covington.
I should not have called you.
Sky Covington is one of the greatest
Oh my goodness.
female jazz vocalists that I've ever heard.
Oh my goodness. Okay, are you home right now?
No, I'm in my car.
Okay. Are you in your car at home, or are you outside in the studios?
I'm I'm in my car almost home.
Okay.
I'm down my street right now.
Okay, good, because the famous Misty Love is waiting for you at the house.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So thank you for your input. Now, give me another amazing jazz artist that you like.
Another amazing jazz artist?
Yes.
I'll give you Miles Davis.
Oh. Excellent.
Yeah. The amazing, cool Miles Davis. Yeah, I'll also give you I actually like Chuck Mangione too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta look him up. You said Chuck Mangione?
Yeah, Mangione, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I like him too.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your input.
But nobody's vocals can touch that Sky Covington. I'm just telling you.
All right. Well, I love you. You give me a lot to sing about.
I love you too.
Okay, take care, Misty Love.
Okay.
All right,
I
thank
will.
you. Okay,
Okay.
bye-bye. All right. I know that was so loaded. But let's call Gerard right now and have some conversation. So remember, everyone, you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, streaming live on what? Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope.
Yes. May I help you?
Yes, you may. Hello, gifted one. Hello, gifted one. Are you with us? Now I say, you see, technology don't want to act right now.
How does technology not
Because I can't hear you all of a sudden.
You can't hear me? Okay, hold on. Let me get you a better spot.
Okay.
Let me get you a better spot.
All right.
And we can straighten all that out.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about this gentleman here. He is one of the finest organists, one of the most gifted organists of our time. Okay, how are you? Can we hear you now?
Oh yeah, you can hear me. That's another one of my fans, my son.
Ah,
So
excellent.
we'll move to another area where we can
Excellent.
have a conversation.
All right. So, okay, we're going to go right into it. For those who don't know how gifted and amazing and how wonderful you are on stage and off, can you tell us a little about yourself, my friend?
Well, I ain't no, I ain't nobody special. Uh, hold on a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna get myself going here. I'm gonna get myself into my. Okay, hopefully this is a little better response.
Okay.
Um, I'm I'm a husband, father, musician, born and raised in the city of Detroit, product of the Detroit public school system, and proud graduate of Vandenberg Elementary School, Bovian Junior High School, Cass Technical High School, and the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. And I'm very, 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 very happy to have chosen a career in music. Although at first, if you can believe this, my degree is actually in architecture. That's where I got my degree. I got my degree in architecture from University of Michigan.
I can
Because
believe that.
I had a mother and a father in my life that said, look here, we understand that you like music and this, that, and the other, but you're gonna get a degree in something. We don't care if it's basket weaving, bubble gum, toe jam removal, whatever it is, but you're gonna have a degree in something.
Yes.
And so I'm very grateful that I took the route to secure a degree in another field that I liked, which was architecture. But in my mid-30s, I decided to take advantage of my youth while I still had it at that time. I'm not in my 30s no more. So I'm glad that I took that step out on faith, and I'm just so thankful to God that He has allowed me to live my dream.
Excellent.
And being able to travel the world and play good music for people. So I'm very, very grateful. So that's about the size of it. I'll just try to remain humble and just keep on doing what I do for as long as the Lord will spare me to live and do it.
Oh, that. Of course, you are very humble. I want to. I know that you've been performing all over the world, and you have quite a few bands. And one in particular is Gerard Gibbs and Unorganized Crime. One is OGD, which I was very honored to be the feature at Baker's with you all for 4 years.
We're coming back as soon as we get this pandemic past us. That ain't stopped. We still gonna do that. We just gotta get this pandemic past us first.
Yeah, well, let me just, when I already thought that I was halfway decent. And when I got to the first day I got there, let me tell you, the first day of the first performance, I was so nervous. I wasn't, and I didn't eat. I had a cocktail. I slipped in the bathroom. I think I was late. I think everything that could happen that day, my first day performing as a feature with you all, had happened. But I remember your words, and I remember how when I felt like a kid all over again, and how amazing you made me feel. You made me feel like, that I had arrived at some level of how could I say it? Just some level of that place called jazz, where where in this level, this place called jazz, we don't rush you. We can go wherever you go. If you slip and fall, we can, we'll make it sound like a slide trombone. Yes, and that level of professionalism for me, it was like, okay, so it kicked a drive in me to just be greater and to listen and to study and to be on time. And I some days, some nights I didn't get it right, but other nights I just flourished because of your tutelage and just how a brilliant of an artist that you are, and a leader that you are.
Bless you. Bless you.
So let's see. The teaching of his mentor, the late Richard Grove Holmes. Tell us a little bit. Yeah, tell us a little about that.
Well, Richard Groove Holmes was my very first organ mentor.
Okay.
He was the very first organist that his music was the very first. His music was the first piece of jazz music that I was exposed to by my father.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I had to have been like 3 years old, something like that, and when he used to play it on his record player in the basement of our home on the northwest side. You got to remember now, this is like, I'm like 4 or 5 years old at the time, 3, 4, 5 years old at the time. And I'm hearing this thing, and I'm like, Daddy, what is that?
Yeah.
What is that? And, and I got to take it back now. This is early 70s. This is like 1972. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
72, 73. And I'm like, what is that? And my dad said that's what's called a Hammond organ.
Yes.
And I was just like, oh my God.
Yes.
It was incredible. I had never heard anything like it before. Nothing like it. And so, fast forward maybe about a year or so later, I was about 7, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad took me to Baker's. Now, of course, I couldn't go in. I was underage.
Okay.
I was very underage.
Okay.
And so, Richard Groove Holmes was carrying a guitar into Baker's. And you got to imagine now. Now here it is. Now I'm back 2 years into listening to Richard Groove Holmes, and I'm seeing this big guy carrying in a guitar. Now you got to remember. Now as a kid, you think, well, where's the organ? He's an organ player. Why is he carrying a guitar? You don't think. Your brain hasn't been developed yet,
right?
So you don't think that he's actually carrying the guitar in for his guitar player. You know what I mean? So anyway, Dad, we got out the car and Dad said, Gerard, this is Richard Groove Holmes. And he looked down at me I was just awestruck. I mean, my mouth dropped and I couldn't speak. I couldn't say nothing. He says, hey, Gerard, how you doing?
Oh.
And I just looked up at him and I just said, I play your records all the time.
Oh. Yeah.
And he laughed, and then he and Dad talked for a minute, but then Groove had to keep on moving because I think he was setting up.
Yeah.
So that was a couple of years later. So fast forward about another 6 years. I'm 13 by this time, and I'm getting ready to come out of junior high school, getting ready to come out of Bowdoin. I'm getting ready to start Cass Tech.
Hey, best friend.
This was the summer of 1981, And I was having leg surgery. I had surgery on my knees.
Okay.
And, you know, it was, I remember hearing on WJZZ, you know, the sundown program.
Ah.
Where they would tell you who's playing where and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I heard, you know, I think it was either Tony Weaver or Cliff Coleman. It was probably Cliff Coleman. He was saying, you know, at Baker's Keyboard Lounge, Wednesday through Sunday, organist Richard Groove Holmes. Oh my God, I lost my freaking mind. So all day, all night, I'm just wheeling around in my house, my mom and daddy's house, wheeling around in my wheelchair. I want to see Richard Groove Holmes. I want to see Richard Groove Holmes. I want to see Richard Groove Holmes. So later that week, I had gotten my my casts off my legs, and I was just learning how to walk again. And the doorbell rang, so it took me a while to get to the door. And I opened the door, and there he was. I was like, I was Richard Groove Holmes?
Yes.
And then what had happened was my parents had surprised me and had invited Groove over for dinner.
Oh.
And we sat and we had dinner, and we talked, and he showed me how to play a blues on our beat up Wurlitzer piano downstairs in our basement. And he had made special arrangements with Mr. Baker, Clarence Baker at the time, who was running Baker's. He made special arrangements for me to come down and watch the first set of Groove's set. And I remember my mother took me, because my father had something to do. He couldn't get out of what he was doing.
Okay.
Took me in there, and I was able to see Groove Holmes for the first time live in person, and it was awesome.
Oh my goodness!
One of those moments that you never forget, and it changes you.
It does. It does. Yeah.
It changes you.
So 35 years later, it's been about 35 years later, and attributes and accomplishments and your musical development and all that.
Yeah, you know what? It's been longer. It's been about 40 years.
40 years now?
That was 1981, so it's been about almost 40 years.
Ah.
And oddly enough, Sky, that first night that I went to see Richard Groove Holmes in the summer of 1981, that was also the same night that I met Perry Hughes.
Really?
Perry Hughes was playing with Groove at that time. So imagine, I meet, and you got to remember, Perry is awesome now, but if you could imagine a 20-something.
Oh my goodness. I can't imagine.
That's the Perry Hughes I remember.
I can't imagine, but I won't, because I'm married, but I can't imagine.
Just in terms of his he has incredible facility, but you got to remember, when you're young and Perry was on freaking fire.
Oh my goodness.
And I had never heard anyone play guitar like that. And by that time, I had been listening,